serious or physical or threatening to happen, but the fact that it could have, just kind of lingers in your mind.
Jaylen, they got up a lot of threes tonight. It's rare their team is able to keep pace with you guys, sort of shooting threes. What did you see from them that allowed them to get up that many threes, and what did you see from your guys' end that made it easier for them to get up that many threes?
I thought they did a good job. Chicago, they played physical, they hit shots. They guarded well, and they hit shots tonight. Patrick Williams hit some shots, Levine hit some tough ones, and it's the NBA, teams hitting shots and guarding well. Anything can happen on any given night.
Jaylen, I think Emile kind of went through the same thing, a similar thing, robbery. What have you guys kind of talked about as a team in terms of your guys' security, your family's security, going forward this year?
Yeah, the Celtics have provided information for us to kind of figure it out and make sure, we can do our job when we travel and stuff. And I know it's been going on in different parts of the world and in different parts of the U.S. where, similar things have happened to athletes, et cetera. So hopefully, anybody, who it hasn't happened to yet, just make sure you have the things in place to make sure that it doesn't. But, obviously to go through that experience and, people still in there, still in the crib and stuff like that it just makes you think about some things differently.
Tonight felt like the latest example of your growth facilitating out of the low post. How do you feel like you've developed in that area?
I just do what my team needs me to do. The game was an interesting game, but I feel like, I made the right reads. I feel like the way they were calling the game, we didn't adjust too quick enough. Maybe I didn't adjust too quick enough, et cetera. But they were letting stuff go, and they were, calling touch. It was a weird, the way they called the game was weird tonight.
Jaylen, you mentioned the situation makes you think about some things differently. What kind of things do you think about differently, and how do you kind of react to something like this moving forward?
Next question.
When you find out what happened, what's kind of the emotions? Obviously, your family is most important to you. What's your emotions, and making sure everyone's fine, and how did you kind of deal with it?
I don't got a comment, man. Next question.
Jaylen, when there was a jump ball and Joe got the tech, you were pointing at the Justin Van Dung. It seemed like you were upset about the previous call, non-call when you went to the hoop and you got hit. How do you guys try to control your emotions?
Here's the thing, you get fined. I got fined a couple weeks ago for inadvertent gestures that, are determined not a part of the game, which was fine. I took the fine. But what part of the game is a ref, calling inadvertent technical foul, and then I said to him, you called a tech for no reason. He said, if you say it to me again, I'm gonna call another tech. You call a tech for no reason. Then he called the tech. Man, get out of here. You can't threaten guys with a technical foul. That's not part of the game either. You wanna fine people for gestures and all this stuff, fine that. That's some bullshit. We were down 3 at that time on the jump ball. Then that led to us being down 8. That affects the game. That could have been avoided. Joe didn't say anything to deserve a tech. And then when I come up to you and say, you're getting a tech for no reason, as a captain, before the game, I come and shake all the refs' hands because I speak for my team. I'm allowed to talk. So when I tell you, you just called a tech for no reason, and you say, if you say it again, I'm gonna call another tech, then I say it again and you call a tech, you just threaten your whistle as a threat. That's not a part of the game either. And I think it's bullshit.